Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Speak Smart, Real English for Real Life. I'm Jake.
And I'm Nina. Today's episode is a must-listen for anyone prepping for job interviews in English. We're diving deep into the most common questions, killer answers, and a few secret tricks to boost your confidence.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there, sweaty palms, racing heart, trying not to sound like a robot when the hiring manager says, "Tell me about yourself."
Jake, I still get nervous just thinking about it. But before we jump in, quick shout out to our listeners who crushed their last interviews using tips from our previous episodes. You guys rock.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get into it. Nina, hit me with the most classic interview question of all.
All right, Jake. Tell me about yourself. Everyone dreads it, but it always pops up. What's your advice?
Great place to start. First, remember, they don't want your life story. They want a quick professional summary. Think of it as a movie trailer for your career, not the full film. Exactly. Instead, try the present, past, future formula. Start with your current role, mention relevant past experiences, and end with why you're excited about this job. For example, I'm currently a marketing assistant at XYZ, where I manage social media campaigns. Previously, I worked in customer service, which helped me develop strong communication skills. Now, I'm looking to bring my creative energy to your team.
Love it. It's clear, focused, and connects the dots. But what if someone's just starting out and doesn't have much work experience?
Great question. Highlight your education, any internships, volunteer work, or projects. Even hobbies can count if they're relevant. For example, I recently graduated with a degree in computer science, completed an internship at a local tech firm, and I love building apps in my spare time. I'm eager to apply my passion for technology to your company.
So you don't need a fancy job title to impress. Just show you're motivated and capable.
Spot on, Nina. Enthusiasm counts for a lot, especially for entry-level roles.
All right, next biggie. What are your strengths and weaknesses? This one always trips people up. How do you answer without sounding arrogant or, shooting yourself in the foot?
The dreaded strengths and weaknesses. For strengths, pick one or two that match the job and back them up with examples. Instead of just saying, "I'm organized," try, "I'm highly organized." In my last job, I managed multiple projects and always met deadlines.
So, show, don't just tell. What about weaknesses? That's the tricky part.
For weaknesses, be honest but strategic. Pick something real but not a deal breaker, and most importantly, show how you're improving. For instance, I used to struggle with public speaking, but I've been taking workshops and volunteering to lead meetings.
Nice. So, it's all about growth. What's a weakness you should never mention?
I'm always late. That's a red flag. Avoid anything that's essential to the job. If you're applying for an accountant role, don't say, "I'm bad with numbers."
Good point. Okay, another classic. Why do you want to work here? People panic and say, you're hiring?
Yeah, not the best move. Instead, research the company. Mention something specific, maybe you admire their values, products, or culture. For example, "I'm impressed by your commitment to innovation and sustainability, and I'd love to contribute to your mission." Exactly. It shows you've done your homework and you care.
What about the old, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It always feels like a trick.
It kind of is. They want to see if you're ambitious and if your goals fit the company. Avoid extremes. Don't say, "I want your job," but don't say, "I have no idea." Try, "In 5 years, I hope to have grown within this field, maybe leading my own team and contributing to exciting projects here."
So, show you're planning to stick around and grow with them. Let's switch it up. What about behavioral questions? Like, tell me about a time you faced a challenge at work.
The STAR method is your best friend here: situation, task, action, result. Describe the situation, what you needed to do, the action you took, and the result. For example, at my last job, our team was short-staffed during a big project. I organized a schedule, delegated tasks, and we finished on time, impressing our client.
I love that. It's like telling a mini story with a happy ending.
Exactly. And don't forget to quantify your results if possible. Numbers stick in people's minds.
Increase sales by 20% or reduce customer complaints by half. That kind of thing? Jake, what about questions that are a little out there? Like, if you were an animal, what would you be and why? Are those just to mess with us?
Sometimes, yes, but usually they want to see your creativity or how you think on your feet. There's no perfect answer, but try to connect it to the job. For example, I'd be an ant, hardworking, organized, and great at teamwork.
So, don't say, I'd be a sloth because I like to sleep all day?
Unless you're applying to be a mattress tester, probably not.
Okay, time for our audience question. This one comes from Ahmed in Cairo. He writes, I get so nervous in interviews, I forget my words. How can I stay calm and remember what to say?
Great question, Ahmed. First, practice out loud, record yourself, or do mock interviews with a friend. It's like rehearsing lines for a play. Second, prepare key points, not scripts, so you can adapt. Third, slow down and breathe. Interviewers know you're nervous. It's normal. Just say, that's a great question. Let me think for a moment. It's okay to pause. You're not a robot.
I like that. Gives you a second to catch your breath.
Absolutely. And smiling helps too. It tricks your brain into relaxing.
Speaking of tricks, let's talk about language fails. Jake, have you ever totally messed up in an interview?
Oh, I have. Once I tried to say I was detail-oriented, but I said I'm very detail-orientated. The interviewer just smiled, but I realized later it sounded odd.
Not too bad. I once meant to say, I'm passionate about design, but said, I'm patient about design. The interviewer looked confused, maybe thought I was just really chill.
That's not the worst. My friend once said, I'm good at multitasking, like talking and eating at the same time. Not exactly what they meant.
Pro tip, always double check those tricky phrases. And maybe leave lunch out of your skills list.
Unless you're applying to be a food critic. But seriously, language slips happen. Just laugh it off and keep going.
Before we wrap up, let's hit our key takeaway tips for today. Jake, you start.
Tip 1. Prepare, don't memorize. Know your main points, but keep it natural.
Tip 2. Use the STAR method for behavioral questions, situation, task, action, result.
Tip 3. Match your strengths to the job and be honest about weaknesses while showing improvement.
Tip 4. Research the company and show genuine interest in their mission.
And tip 5. Practice out loud, breathe, and don't be afraid to pause and think.
Perfect. Remember, interviews are a two-way street. You're learning about them, too.
Love that. And for everyone listening, if you found today's episode helpful, please follow us, share with your friends, and subscribe so you never miss a tip.
And if you have your own funny interview story or a question, send it our way. We love hearing from you.
Until next time, good luck with your interviews, and remember, you've got this.